What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This week, I am bringing you a Kleavor team. Now, if you don't know what this Pokemon is, it's a new Scyther evolution introduced in Legends Arceus with a whopping base 135 attack stat, the ability Sharpness that boosts cutting moves by 50%, and a signature cutting move called Stone Axe, which gives us free Stealth Rocks as well as amazing stab damage. I'd like to go over the team since I'm kind of proud of it, but if you're not into the team building nitty gritty, then that's totally okay. Check out the timestamps in the description below. Also, and I definitely appreciate it if you could like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now for the team though. Kleavor actually has really mediocre speed, so we're running Scarf and Max Jolly investment in order to smack really speedy frail targets that are super common in the format like Fluttermane and Chien-Pao. This is especially powerful in closed team sheets when they don't see that coming, but even in open sheets, it provides you a lot of pressure since, just something this fast and this powerful is difficult to deal with. Stone Axe is a given. X-Scissor gives us insanely powerful stab when combined with Sharpness. U-turns to pivot out because we are choice locked, so sometimes you don't want to be in there on lead. And close combat is great coverage, so we're not completely walled by steel and rock types. So the next interesting piece on the team, though, is Dondozo. It's a very slow and bulky set that can actually be played without Tatsu, so it's not really your standard setup for the big sweep at the end of the game, although you do have that option. The big thing here, actually, is that Yawn synergizes fantastically with Kleavor. What it does is it forces them to choose between either taking the Stealth Rock chip as they switch out, or being put to sleep if they stay in. We don't run Earthquake on this thing because it has negative synergy with Rillaboom. Grassy terrain halves the power of Earthquake, if you weren't aware. So instead we have Terra Steel and Heavy Slam, and that lets it deal with Fluttermane and other fairies even without the commander boost. It's some pretty solid power on that. Just because Dozo is very heavy. And finally, we've got the Oblivious ability instead of Unaware. The idea here is that we can't be taunted out of a Yawn, so opponents just have to deal with us and deal with that same Stealth Rock plus Yawn combination that I was talking about earlier. Also, immunity to Intimidate is really nice when we do set up with Tatsu, and it's a great benefit because Lando is everywhere in this format. Now, there's not much to say on Tatsu itself. It's 252, Sash, Scarf was taken, obviously, and we're running Terra Ghost, and the reason for this is that a lot of teams use Terra Normal, Banded Dragonite plus Chien-Pao as their Dozo answer. The Sacred Sword plus the boosted E-speeds can actually take out Dozo in a couple of hits. So the idea is if that is their endgame, then we just become immune to their locked-in E-speed and can win it after Dozo goes down, as long as we can take out Chien-Pao. Tattoo makes Dozo go burr. You know the deal. Now, it's kind of the same deal for Fluttermane. You probably know what's happening here. It's the exact same set for my Chien-Pao video. Substitute is absolutely massive for the slower matchups, especially since Scarf Kleavor doesn't do as well in those. It comfortably takes a Chien-Pao hit, at least as long as it's Jolly. It outspeeds Genies. Good power, especially with the special attack booster energy on there, and honestly, it's just my favorite set for what is probably the best mon in the generation. Definitely the format, if not the whole generation. Heatran, this is the same set as Kosukide's Heatran from my Ursaluna video from last week, but I swapped out Substitute for Earth Power. That's because Fluttermane already has the whole Substitute deal covered, and Dozo lacking Earthquake means that we need more ground coverage on this team. Not much else to say. Terra Grass Lefties Heatran is just a really strong addition to any bulky balance team, and that is exactly what this team is. And finally, we have Rillaboom. So speaking of bulky balance, this is a very basic AV set, pretty much the same as what was in my Arcanine Hisui video from a couple weeks back. Fake Out works incredibly well with so many members of this team. It enables Kleavor to use its Scarf speed when the opponent has Tailwind. You can either Fake Out the setter or the Mon who would take advantage of it. And yeah, because Tailwind will usually make most things faster than Scarf Kleavor, but otherwise you can outspeed effectively everything. It also enables Flutter to set up its Substitute. It gives Heatran another turn of double recoveries between leftovers and grassy terrain. All in all, it's just a really solid mon in the format. Oh, and we're running Stomping Tantrum instead of Knockoff as our coverage move for the same reason as Heatran running Earth Power. Neither one is stab, and ground coverage is very important in the format, so we definitely want to have it there. Anyway, that's the team. It has a Fire Water Grass core, a Fairy Dragon Steel core, and some really cool gimmicks all baked into just a regular, strong, bulky balance team. It's a new season on ladder, so let's see if we can't climb up to Master Ball with it. Okay, we found an opponent, Haruto. Yeah, I've had an easy first couple games, but did not really get to show off Kleavor, so I'm hoping this is the game for it. And what a bizarre team, though. Kleavor's not bad here. We get pretty good bug damage or rock damage into most of this team. So yeah, I like leading it, and I also like Flutter Mane for the Sableye. Now, as for the back, we could do Rillaboom to override their terrain. And for the fourth one, there's a case to be made for solo Dozo, but I'm feeling Heatran, and the reason is potential eruptions from that Typhlosion Hisui. So yeah, I think these are the four to go with. Let's go ahead and jump in. Honestly, the fact that we're still in Ultra Ball and this team looks a little wacky, I think we can get away with just playing well, but we're gonna have to see. Man, my opponent is taking a while to lock in here. I feel like we have a pretty standard team. If you're running something this wacky, you've got to kind of know what your game plan is into Dozo plus balance, but, you know, we'll see. I didn't think about taking a trainer card picture, like, from a high elevation. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so we've got Sableye plus Samurott here. Huh. Okay. So... interesting. We've obviously got the super effective fairy damage from Flutter Mane into both of these that I really like. And for that reason, I'm very cautious. I feel like a Terra is coming, or maybe a T-Wave from Sableye. Let's Terra Water and go for the X-Scissor here. That'll be super effective. X-Scissor does insane damage. I think the effective BP with Sharpness is like 130. So let's do that, and I want to protect Flutter Mane just in case. Bait out a Terra, bait out a T-Wave from the Sableye, just literally something. It seems too good to be true that I could just glean both of these off the bat. Also, like, I'm also terroring here because it's possible that their Samurott is Scarf as well. I've seen that set on a lot of these Samurott-H's, and I don't know off the top of my head if its base speed is higher than Kleavor's. No, okay, we just Wisp. Oh, that's unfortunate, getting burned right off the bat. I think it's still going to be a lot of damage. Like, we're still super effective, and the base power is insane, and Samurott's not that bulky, so let's see what we do with effectively neutral. That is a burned hit. That is half power. This thing's insane, and they went for Ceaseless Edge into Flutter, so I probably made the one of the worst possible plays. I really should have just attacked with Flutter. That would have been great, and not burned my Terra, but I think we're still in an okay position, right? We know we're faster with Kleavor, and we can't be parried, so let's just go for the X-Scissor to kill it, and then we Dazzle, hopefully single target Aqua Jet. Okay, well, our Flutter Mane's pretty bulky, so we take it. X-Scissor takes down the Samurott, fantastic. And then, well, Sableye hasn't gone yet, so it didn't go for priority. So we just get to Gleam it. Okay, I'll take that. I expected a screen or something before it went down, but I'm not complaining about that at all. So we are up 4-2, and I guess this is kind of what Ultra Ball's like, right? But we definitely take it. Now the problem is that I didn't lock myself into I locked myself into X-Scissor over Stone Edge or Stone Axe, so that we won't be getting any of that sweet Stealth Rock damage, but that's okay. And the back is this. Okay, so I guess, yeah, let's go into Heatran here. I see an Eruption coming. There's no way it's not Eruption, right? And then let's just protect Flutter Mane. We'll see what they pull out. But yeah, I would very much assume that they are going for that. Also, by swapping out Kleavor, we unlock ourselves from X-Scissor, and we can start hitting with super effective Stone Axes in the endgame. When one of our Mons goes down, I imagine that, you know, if it's Scarf Typhlosion, then they could Eruption before my Flutter Mane gets to move. It's always a possibility. I think that, yeah, planning that for the endgame is definitely going to be good. Now, show me the Eruption, the Heat Wave, just, you know, anything that I can eat up with Flash Fire here. Lava Plume. Okay, yeah, that works for me. Weird, that's going to hit their own Torkoal, right? Hey, nice. And Clear Smog. Oh, what? Okay, that's cute. Yeah, I think just Earth Power and Shadow Ball. That should do the trick, right? Oh, quick forfeit. All right. Well, good game to my opponent. Let's continue the climb. Okay, this should be our promotion game, and we're up against Vito. What do you got for us? Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Screens plus Hisuian Goodra and then Trick Room. Yeah, I hate it a lot. Kleavor's not bad. I could see this team switching around a fair bit, like especially if the Grim is parting shot. It is the Kleavor video. We should try to bring it. And then Rillaboom can be good too for Fake Out initially, but I'm kind of questioning whether Fake Out plus an attack from Kleavor really does anything. Like, CC is going to be really strong into the Goodra, but it's not going to kill because it's not Stab. And then into anything else, like... We do have the X-Scissor and the Cresselia. That could be nice, but if they don't lead Trick Room, then we're kind of screwed. And I kind of imagine they go for screens. What if we lead with Flutter Mane and go for the Substitute? Like, that could be something, right? And then we could have Kleavor as a sweeper in the endgame, and then Dozo as the fourth, or maybe Heatran. I gotta be honest, though, like, Scarf is not a good item for dealing with these slow-moving teams. This may just not be a game for Kleavor, which I think is okay. Like, we should show off when it's okay to not bring your centerpiece Mon, right? Like, I think Dozo's gonna be much better here. It's a very slow Dozo set, so we might actually underspeed a lot of this stuff under Trick Room, and then we have Tatsu in the back, kind of like as an endgame thing. Like, we stall out Trick Room, we use Yawns, and then Yawn and Protect, right? And then when the Trick Room ends, we swap in Tatsu and start murdering things with Wave Crash. I think that's gonna be the game plan. We're gonna have to play this a little slow, though, for sure. I can't read that, so, okay. Goodra and Grimmsnarl. So I think that Fake Out Substitute is the best play here. If I had Moonblast, I'd go for Fake Out Moonblast. But I don't think Dazzle's going to Oko the Grims. We can't really stop it from getting screens up, and I don't really want to let that Goodra set up too early, right? And I'm also scared of a Heavy Slam. So let's fake that out and go for Substitute and just accept that screens are probably going up. We're a special attack booster, so I think even with Light Scream, Dazzle should be a 2-hit KO. And as for the Terra, it's possible, but the thing is, there's definitely no reason to Terra Water if we're faking out the Goodra. The question is just whether... Yeah, let's go for it. So we're kind of in an interesting spot here, right? In that Terra Water will make us resistant to the Heavy Slam, assuming they have it. Ooh, faster Fake Out. We like that. Take that a lot. Okay, and no screen up. So actually that went about as well as it physically could go. But yeah, so if we go Terra Water, we resist the Heavy Slam, but then we are suddenly vulnerable to the boosted body presses, which will absolutely murk Fluttermane if they get even one Iron Defense up, or Acid Armor, or Shelter, or whatever they're going to use. So I think at this point, we just focus the damage on Goodra, right? I don't think the Woodhammer is the play. We could get big damage off into the Grimmsnarl, but I actually don't want it off the field just yet, right? Like, if we let them get up screens and then immediately give them a free switch out, then they're gonna have a boosted Goodra plus that. Like, Grimmsnarl actually doesn't give them much. And Dazzle is a 2-hit KO even with Light Screen up, so that's big. And they have no Reflect, so Stomping should do a decent amount. Yes, nice. I love that. Okay. And they're going for the Shelter. Not ideal for sure. Now I could go for a Shadow Ball plus Stomping double up, but with the Shelter plus the Grassy Terrain Recovery plus Reflect almost certainly going up. Oh, and they're lefties. Okay. I don't think we'd pick, so I think we just go for the Dazzle and the Stomping here. I think those two together should put the Goodra really low, and we should be able to pick at the following turn with Shadow Ball. Yeah, so Reflect goes up. We should take it out with Dazzle here. We did considerably more than 50% last turn. Yes. Stomping's not going to kill from this range after both of those damage reductions, but I think it should put us easily in range of Shadow Ball next turn, and we can get them down to 2 Mons before Trick Room potentially goes up. Okay, unless they have healing. I have played Life Dew Goodra before. I can't be too mad about it, but that kind of throws a wrench in the works. If I knew they had that, maybe it would have been worth wood hammering the Grim just so that we wouldn't let them get Reflect up. I hate it a lot, actually. All right. We're not in a bad situation, right? We have chipped it. We are up 4-3, and it's Cresselia. So at this point, God, that thing probably has Lunar Blessing too, which means they have double healing moves. I say we U-turn out into Dozo. They're gonna get Trick Room up. We can't stop them. And I think we just Shadow Ball the Cress. U-turn plus Shadow Ball should do quite a bit. We can also determine its item from this, or we can at least determine if it's Rocky Helmet, right? I think that's important information, especially since our Dozo will be proccing it as well. And, you know, I mean, we pray for a crit. That would be nice, right? Good damage, good damage. Okay. Not as much as I'd like, but Reflect and Light Screen are up, so, you know, considering we would have put it down in the red with that double up otherwise. And then, yeah, I think there's no other option but Dozo. Like, Tatsu has the Sash, and that's fine, but I'd be shocked if they don't go for Trick Room this turn, so... Okay, Life Dew, so... I don't know if I can break these two, to be honest. Now, we are a very slow Dozo set, right? So, I think that, God, all of that damage into Goodra is just gone. Awful, okay, and I help with the Grassy Train. I think we yawn it. I need to stop that thing in its tracks, and let's just keep Shadow Balling the Cress. Shadow Ball did a lot of damage, and I think that, unless they're going to burn a Terra or something, we can just keep them pinned in Trick Room, right? We can Yawn, double protect the following turn, maybe double into the Cress after that. Wave Crash should still do a chunk. And I didn't see any Rocky Helmet damage, if I recall. I mentioned it and then forgot to actually check, but I'm pretty sure we didn't see any. So I think we're in an okay position still. Assuming they're not like min speed on these mons or something. Even if they are, Dozo's so slow. I think it's like base 35 or something. Apparently that Goodra's min speed, or I didn't EV my Dozo to match the paste. I'm going to check before I put the rental up, so don't worry about that. But anyway, Yawn goes off, so we're good there. And then they Lunar Blessing. That's actually a bit of a problem, right? Because they could stop my sleep. I kind of want Yawn into both slots, if I'm being honest. Okay, well, Shadow Ball should still do a lot. Yeah, they have to keep healing. I don't think they're allowed to stop. Question is whether I protect or keep going. I think we can just Yawn and Shadow Ball again. We have this sub, right? And the sub on Fluttermane has been so great this game. I think it's really deterred them even trying to take it off the field. And having a powerful and frail Mon in Trick Room is kind of wild. And yeah, we just kind of so this double healing is cool in theory, but they haven't been able to make any headway, right? Like, they've done 0 damage to us. We're just gonna continue to blast away at them. Almost makes me think we should have gone for Wave Crash instead of Yawn here, but... And they go for Moonblast into the Flutter. I don't think it's gonna break. Flutter has great special bulk. Yeah, okay, we take that. And Shadow Ball is not gonna kill because of the Life Dew, but they're in range now. And we know that Dozo is slower than Cress at least. And the Goodra's asleep. So we can stop this Lunar Blessing by just going for a Wave Crash into the Cress slot. And then we can start getting some Shadow... And we'll Shadow Ball the same slot. There's no way this doesn't pick, but just in case. Shadow Ball is most 99% going into the Goodra after this. Good. Stays asleep. That was its first turn. Wave Crash picks. Fantastic. And let's see how much Shadow Ball does. They do have Light Screen up, and Goodra just naturally has insane special bulk. Oh my god. Yeah, we're really going to be playing the kill all your friends game here. And or starving it of PP. If my opponent wants to be mean, they could totally drag this out. But I don't know what their fourth is. I would guess Ursaluna, right? Like, Cress wants to set Trick Room and the bear comes out, but we've wasted so many of their turns now also. Like, I don't think they have much left in Trick Room. Yeah, only one turn. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay. and subs up. So as cool as Dozogiri is gonna be, Yawn would be good at that. No, but they'll burn that at the end of the turn. No Yawn. I think we just Wave Crash the Bear and Gleam. Flutter's the real key here, right? Because none of my physical attackers can really do anything in the Goodra. This is an Oblivious Dozo, so it's not going to ignore the Shelter boosts. So yeah, I think we go for Wave Crash plus Gleam. And they just crunch away our sub. That's fine, because the Trick Room's going to be over. And we're going to do a lot of damage with this double in. No Terra, so Wave Crash will be super effective also. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah. Them staying asleep is really big. But yeah, now we are in just a fantastic spot. Trick Room is over. I think Dozo should still be faster, but it shouldn't matter. I think Dazzle kills at this range, so we can just set up the sub, because I do need to keep Flutter alive, but they forfeit. Okay. Amazing. That was a good slow burn game. Yeah, good game to my opponent, and I think that puts us into Master Ball. Let's go ahead and check. I am a little upset that I didn't get to play with Kleavor. That game is the only issue. So I'm going to play a few more in Master Ball and see if we can't find a good game for it. Nice. There it is. Okay, on to the next one. So, I won my first game in Master Ball, but Kleavor died immediately after missing its only Stone Axe, so let's see if this one goes. Brexton is ranked 715, so that's pretty good. We are 5-0 with this team, so I'm definitely enjoying playing it. Okay, a little more Trick Room, but more balanced than the stall nonsense we faced in the Master Ball qualification, so I like this. I think Kleavor actually does really well here. Bug damage into Indeedee, fighting into the Ursaluna, the rock damage will be great into Zapdos. I like it a lot. And I think I kind of like the solo Dozo lead too. We can put Yawns into stuff and then or swap it into Rillaboom and undo their terrain. If they go for an Indeedee plus like really anything lead, we can swap in Rillaboom turn 1 and then have Fake Out on the following turn. And then Tatsu in the back also seems appropriate. Like if we can just like my game plan for that Master Ball qualification match, I think that it's a good plan to try to stall out your Trick Room, then swap in the Tatsu, get the speed boost, and start attacking things. Granted, it is a very slow Dozo too, so like if we are up against Flutter, for example, I might choose to trigger the Tatsu early. Okay, Gallade plus Indeedee. Now I've mostly seen fast Gallades, but it does get Trick Room, I'm pretty sure. So like, Follow Me plus Trick Room works. Stone Axe is not very effective, but they've got to swap in their real Trick Room sweepers, I'd imagine. So let's not score a KO with X-Scissor. Let's get the Stealth Rocks up, and we can swap in Rillaboom to have the Grassy Terrain, have the Fake Out pressure the following turn, really just waste their Trick Room turns, right? Because Kleavor being choiced means that we are not going to be able to protect to stall out the turns. I'm also a little worried about Leaf Blade, right? Like, this is a great switch in if they did choose to Leaf Blade the Dozo slot. Alright, Follow Me comes out. Stone Axe, this should do solid chunk. Yeah, half. Indeedees are usually spec'd incredibly physically defensive, so that's pretty solid damage considering we're Jolly with no boosting item. I've never seen a Citrus Indeedee before. Let's see, what is Gallade going for here? And it's Trick Room. Okay, so we actually don't know its speed based off that then. But we do have Fake Out available to us. I think that we go for another Stone Axe. Might as well do the Indeedee slot and then Fake Out the Gallade. We can also U-turn the Indeedee is the thing. Maybe get the kill even. I think I do like the Fake Out play a little better, though, just to stall. Oh, withdrawing. Okay, that's a little rough. Could have gone for that attack after all. A Wood Hammer would have been pretty good. Yeah, there's those the Stealth Rocks into a Zapdos. Zapdoses are usually Rocky Helmet. We may take some chip here. That's okay. Not necessarily. They could be Citrus or something. No, we already saw the Citrus, so I would guess Rocky Helmet on the Zapdos. And Ursa. Oh, man, a Wood Hammer would have been so good here. Even a U-turn would have been nice to get Dozo out under their Trick Room, but... okay. Not the best. And, my own grassy terrain is gonna stop their burn from hurting them, so that's a little rough. Okay, so from here... I think, yeah, let's try to get the Zapdos off the field, and then let's try with Stone Axe, and then let's try to U-turn the Rillaboom. I think Rillaboom is going to be really nice for resetting terrain, but I think Dozo is more of our win con here, right? So let's U-turn out if we can. If Rillaboom lives through the Trick Room, that would be amazing. But I think it needs to eat a hit and get Dozo in safely. Oh, and there's Terra. Okay. Maybe on the bear, I'd imagine they might be scared of a Wood Hammer there. No, it's on Zapdos. Okay, that's rough. We're not going to get the super effective Stone Edge off, or Stone Axe, rather. And Terra Steel. Yeah, so this is probably not going to do much, and I want to say Stone Axe is contact, so we're probably going to hurt ourselves with the Rocky Helmet as well. Wow, that thing is strong. Okay, I mean, Guts Stab Facade is just nuts. That's fair. We've already seen how powerful Ursaluna is on this channel. And then Roost. Damn, so this is a net negative turn for me for sure. I lost him on and didn't even do any appreciable damage to the Zapdos. Okay. So now we bring out Dozo, right? Question is the Tatsu swap-in... I feel like the Tatsu swap-in isn't that telegraphed, because that would make us fast under their Trick Room, right? Because my instinct is to protect Dozo and attack again with Kleavor. But we're locked into Stone Axe, and both of these Mons resist it. And Yan can't even stop the real threat with it, which is Ursaluna. I think what I want to do is swap in Tatsu and try to just nuke the Zapdos with a Wave Crash. Like, Ursa protecting seems like an option for them too here. We're gonna see. I really could have Terra'd the Dozo too if I was gonna do this. Terra Steel would resist Facade and be neutral to Thunderbolt. But they could also go for a ground move as a thing. High Horsepower would murder me if I went Steel, so it all kind of comes down to reads here. And whether we're faster than that Zapdos. With how little speed investment we have, I'm pretty sure we'll be slower. Facade does so much to a physically bulky Mon with +2. Wild. Okay. Wave Crash. Oh, we barely miss it. If this is T-Bolt, I think Dozo's gonna die. Yup. Okay. Oh, we are in a rough spot now. Okay. Well, do not love this. Okay. What do we do from here? Tatsu has Sash. That's really big. I think there's another turn at Trick Room too. So what we can do, I think we Terra Ghost. I don't see any reason to Terra Water on Kleavor. If anything, it would expose us to T-Bolt from Zapdos. And we may be able to dodge a Facade with this, right? So I kind of like Terra Ghost, Muddy Water. We can't pop the Draco yet. There's still 2 other Mons in the back, right? We're down 2 to 4. We can't be giving ourselves -2 just yet. And then we're going to be locked into whatever we choose here. So I think X-Scissor is our strongest stab. Okay, Terra Ghost looking good. Let's hope this is a good choice. Let's go. All right. They Roost. I think that should be okay. Oh, super effective. I didn't even know, and we get the accuracy drop, which is very nice. So that confirms that Zapdos is slower than both my Mons if it lives this X-Scissor, which it doesn't. All right. Okay, feeling good about this now. And we still have those Stealth Rocks up, so we're going to get a little more value out of them this turn as Trick Room ends, so our Scarfmon should be eaten really well here. Okay. Indeedee plus Gallade, it's kind of a mind game here, right? Because they could reset Trick Room with Follow Me Trick Room. They could just Follow Me Attack. I kind of like the idea of convincing them that the Tatsu might be the Scarfed one. Let's keep going for Muddy Water. I don't think it's time for Draco just yet, because X-Scissor will probably kill if it connects with anything. The question is whether to go for Indeedee or try to target Gallade and hope it gets Follow Me away. They could do, like, Protect Trick Room with the Indeedee. Yeah, we just have to lock in. It's closed cheats, right? There's really no way. Take the obvious play here. Okay, they go for the Follow Me. Alright, so X-Scissor will kill that, and we're going to have a single target Muddy Water, which we're going to have to pray connects. There we go. Alright, we do connect. 50%. Okay, that's a 2-hit KO. Accuracy drops. Draco's actually more accurate and stronger. Ooh, Psycho Cut on terrain with their sharpness. Yeah, we kind of get a taste of our own medicine there. But I think we go for Draco. We also have the Sash, so we kind of have two shots at this, right? 90% accurate. Come on. Oh, okay. We get one more shot at this. Please connect. Let's go. Okay. Tatsu might have been the MVP of this one. Like, Kleavor got some big hits, but yeah, love to see it. Anyway, that is my Kleavor video. I think we're going to call it there. I got to see some good action here, and I really enjoyed this team. So yeah, we are going to keep on going with whatever cool Hisuian Mons. I don't want to promise the next one yet, just because I don't know what it's going to be. I tested Hisuian Samurott and I didn't like it as much. So yeah, just whatever I can come out with. So until next time.